Now, if you're a New Jersey resident, you're freaking out right now. You're totally freaking out, and you should be. Unidentified flying objects or drones, unidentified drones, whatever it is flying over your residence. You don't know what's going on. Nobody's giving you a straight answer. Nothing. It's already expensive to live up there. I called my grandma this morning. I said, "Hey, grandma," I said, she was talking, and I said, "Yeah, and on top of that, y'all got drones flying around up there." You know what she said? "Yeah, that's trying to get these hoodlums off the street down." Hoodlums off the street. She is totally oblivious to what's going on up there. But the stories that are coming out is insane about what's happening in New Jersey. Let's check it out and break it down.
For almost a month, swarms of drones the size of small cars have been spotted over parts of New Jersey, alarming local residents.
I look to my left and I see two big drones. They were propeller driven, going very slowly.
And unnerving lawmakers who say they popped up in at least 10 counties. The issue prompting a meeting Wednesday attended by roughly 100 mayors and state representatives.
Are you telling me that in America, somebody can start flying drones and we have no clue what's going on?
Garden state leaders say they're confounded by the federal government's response and that of their own governor, who's preaching calm. Perhaps even more concerning, military officials say they've documented at least 11 unauthorized drone incursions over nearby Picatinny Arsenal, a weapons development center. And President-elect Trump's Bedminster Golf Club is also in the area. Local police have been launching their own drones into the sky to give chase. So far, the mysterious drones continue to elude them.
There's another one.
For almost a month.
Now, what I'm also hearing is that people were trying to send personal drones up and just like the police are doing. And I don't know if the police had the same issue with their drones, but they said when they sent their drones up and they try to get close to whatever's flying around up there, it would power their drones down. It would literally power theirs down and it would start to descend back down. Couldn't get close enough to it, bro. So something is like, and the fact that nobody will give them any answer is just, it's crazy to me. As much taxes as we pay.
This is crazy. God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. That's not. That's my camera. I had to go running and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. That's with my camera. Look at this thing. Is he?
Now, I'm so glad he went and got his camera, to be honest with you, bro. And he needs to tell us what type of camera that is. That's literally the best footage I think I've seen of what's been going on up there, bro. It's so good, it makes you question whether or not it's real. But that's the best footage I think we've seen thus far of what's been happening.
My newest on the drones that are flying all over the U.S. I want you all to think about this. Are they aliens? Nah. Okay, nah. Are they enemies of our country? Hence, being Iran, being North Korea, Russia, China? It's a possibility, but now I'm leaning towards no. And here is why. These drones are flying over extremely sensitive areas. Like areas that normally, if anything's flying over, it's going to get knocked out of the air. And there's going to be some serious issues, okay? But here's my main theory. These drones have been flying all over Trump's golf course, his buildings, his home. as vocal as Trump is and as Elon Musk is, they would have said something. They would have tweeted something. They would have made their own speculations. They haven't. They've been silent. The governor of New Jersey says, oh, there is no worry, or no need for concern. Well, the only reason he would be able to make that statement is if he knew for a fact they're not a danger to the public. And the fact that Trump hasn't said anything about them, hasn't mentioned anything in his tweets, because you all know how vocal he is. You all know how vocal Elon is. If they were a genuine threat to this country, them two would have definitely tweeted or said something. And the fact that they're all over Trump's generalized area and he's not saying anything about it leads me to believe that they are ours. Those drones are ours. They're not ET. They're not Iran's, China's, Russia's, North Korea's. Those drones belong to us. And the government is lying about it. They're not telling the public what they are because they're highly advanced drones that I do believe they are testing. I believe they're in a testing stage with these drones, because if y'all don't know, drone warfare is the thing these days. If y'all are taking a look over the Ukrainian war, them men have literally reverted back to World War I tactics of trench warfare, because they gotta hide from the damn drones. So they dig trenches and they fight from trenches on both sides, and both sides are using drones. Look, really think about it. If there was drones from another country that's our enemy and they were flying over sensitive areas, like even with the sissy lalas we got in office right now, they would have knocked them out of the air. I'm pretty certain. And you know, as much as I dislike our administration, them flying all around Trump's areas where he lives and where he calls and where he does business, that man would have said something by now. Like, what the fuck, Biden? Why aren't you doing something? This needs to be handled. No, he ain't saying nothing. He hasn't tweeted nothing, hasn't said nothing. Elon hasn't tweeted, hasn't said nothing. Gee, I wonder why.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky. Again. Bro, this is fucking crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies. Look, he just sprayed that. This guy. This guy just sprayed that.
Can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but you know, at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
Can you tell me what the...
I don't know about y'all, but I felt like I was just lied to or manipulated. I feel like that. Do y'all feel that way? I know I feel that way. What does local law enforcement know? And if I'm wrong, y'all tell me, but would local law enforcement know about determining whether or not it's a military drone? How do they know that and can make that definitive statement? Please, somebody enlighten me. Hey, man, I've messed up a few brain cells in the past, so if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But that just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Why would you tell us local law? No. I felt like she blew a lot of smoke and diverted attention away from the person who was asking great questions, by the way.
Tonight, officials in New Jersey sounding the alarm, now calling for immediate action by federal authorities against those mysterious drones in the skies for weeks now, with no answers about who is behind them. Dozens of sightings reported since last month, including near sensitive military installations and President-elect Trump's Bedminster Golf Club, where he resides.
What are you calling for and why?
We continue to urge our governor to press the federal government to put more resources out here. And listen, if the governor declares a state of emergency, Dan, there's a couple things that can be done, right? One, he can urge the federal government, particularly the FAA, to do a temporary flight restriction of all recreational and commercial drones. Second to that, activate our Air National Guard. Why wouldn't we have some Air National Guard patrol out here tonight as observers when we're getting reports still tonight of drones in our airways here in the county? And in neighboring counties. So those are a couple steps that can be taken, and it doesn't sound like we're moving in that direction. The only way we're going to solve this is by the federal government coming in here and doing full investigations as to what these things are, how their movements are made. Right now, the federal government, those three federal agencies, are the only ones that can take down a drone, right? It's against the law for anybody else to do so. The FAA, too, is in total control of the airways. Granted, they will do temporary flight restrictions, but we got to move some of that power to state police around the country so that they can react quicker, particularly when it's a threat to our citizens at mass gatherings.
There's growing mystery surrounding drones spotted in New Jersey. Government officials, they aren't yet able to explain what they are or what they're doing.
Another drone. There's another one up here.
They'll just change direction, like go from like 90 to like 270 degrees, just like fly different directions, and planes obviously can't do that.
What are these drones doing in New Jersey? I can tell you what they're not doing. If they're Martians, I guarantee you they're not staying because the taxes are way too high.
Officials in Staten Island this morning are asking NYPD to investigate after reported sightings there. And then just last night, officials in this town about 60 miles northwest of New York City posted about more drone sightings, adding that there was no known threat to public safety. That's similar to what federal officials are saying, too, that there's no evidence to support a national security threat. In fact, White House security official John Kirby has said it appears many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft being flown lawfully, and that there are no sightings in restricted airspace.
In recent weeks, reports of mysterious car-sized drones buzzing over New Jersey have captivated the public and baffled experts. These craft, described as resembling triangular UFOs with 3 to 4 lights on their undersides, have been sighted in multiple locations, often during the nighttime. Unlike conventional drones, they make no noise and seem to defy known technology. One of the most peculiar incidents involves a family from Morris County whose car's clock mysteriously changed time while they were following one of these mysterious objects. As sightings and strange occurrences like this continue, theories about the origin and purpose of these drones abound, ranging from advanced military experiments to extraterrestrial involvement. The most widely discussed sighting occurred in Morris County, where a local family had an unsettling encounter with one of the drones. According to their account, The craft hovered silently above their car as they followed it along a rural road. The object's eerie presence became even stranger when the family noticed their car's clock had inexplicably changed time. The reporter who spoke with the family noted that the clock reverted to normal once they drove away from the craft, leaving them shaken and confused. Time anomalies are rare in UFO reports, but they are not unheard of. In this case, the family described the craft as having a triangular shape with 3 to 4 lights on its underside. Its silence and ability to hover effortlessly made it unlike any known drone or aircraft. This incident has fueled speculation about the craft's capabilities, suggesting advanced technology far beyond civilian or commercial use. The Morris County incident is just one of many sightings reported across New Jersey. Witnesses have consistently described the drones as large triangular objects with bright, steady lights. Unlike traditional drones, they exhibit behaviors that defy explanation, including silent hovering, rapid acceleration, and the ability to remain airborne for extended periods without visible propulsion systems. Amid the growing intrigue surrounding the mysterious car-sized drones seen over New Jersey, an unexpected development has surfaced across the Atlantic. An individual in the United Kingdom has claimed to have captured the clearest image yet of one of these enigmatic aircraft. The photograph, taken during the early evening in a rural area, has sparked renewed discussion about the nature of these craft and whether their sightings are part of a larger global phenomenon. The witness, an amateur photographer who was out capturing the evening sky, noticed a peculiar object hovering silently above a field. Initially mistaking it for a plane or helicopter, the individual soon realized it bore no resemblance to conventional aircraft. The object, triangular in shape with multiple bright lights on its underside, moved smoothly and silently, defying all expectations of a drone or manned aerial vehicle. Using their camera, the photographer snapped a series of images before the craft ascended rapidly and vanished into the clouds. The resulting photo, which quickly went viral on social media, shows a metallic triangular object with sharp edges and bright lights, providing a level of clarity rarely seen in UFO photography. The image has been hailed as one of the most compelling pieces of evidence in the ongoing discussion about unidentified objects. Unlike the blurry or ambiguous images that often accompany UFO sightings, this photograph offers a detailed view of the craft, including its precise shape, lighting pattern, and reflective surface. The triangular shape and lighting arrangement in the UK photograph bear a striking resemblance to descriptions of the drones seen over New Jersey. Both cases involve silent, hovering craft with advanced flight capabilities, further fueling speculation that these sightings are linked. Some researchers have suggested that the craft may belong to the same operator or program, whether it be a governmental body, private entity, or something entirely unknown. The consistency between sightings in the United States and the United Kingdom strengthens the argument for a coordinated phenomenon rather than isolated incidents. The UK sighting and its accompanying photograph have added depth to the theories surrounding these mysterious aircraft. Advocates of the military technology hypothesis argue that the craft may represent a highly classified aerospace project, possibly involving stealth drones or next-generation reconnaissance vehicles. The triangular shape, silent operation, and advanced maneuverability align with speculative designs for such technologies.
So if that's not the case, or if that's the case, that it being some type of, I don't know, but it's ours. Let's just say that, since I don't know what they're going to classify as this, some type of stealth drone or what, right? But if that's the case, then why have people in a panic, in uproar? Why not release something to kind of calm the people down? People in New Jersey are freaking out. They're freaking out, bro. Like it's always, oh, we don't want to tell y'all this because we don't want to cause widespread panic. What do you think you're getting right now? And it's starting to bubble up. This is snowballing, and it's getting bad. So you need to say something. And what we've heard so far ain't cutting it.
UK sighting and its photograph have reignited public interest in the UAP phenomenon, with major media outlets picking up the story. The image has been analysed by experts and enthusiasts, many of whom commend its clarity while acknowledging the need for further investigation. On social media, the photograph has sparked heated debates about the nature of the craft and its connection to the New Jersey drones. Some users speculate about a cover-up or coordinated disinformation campaign, while others call for greater transparency and governmental acknowledgement of UAPs. In some cases, multiple drones have been seen flying in formation, adding to the intrigue. Their car-sized dimensions and peculiar behavior have drawn comparisons to the infamous triangle UFOs, a category of unidentified aerial phenomena frequently reported worldwide. However, these objects appear to be terrestrial in origin, raising questions about who or what is operating them. The mysterious drones have prompted numerous theories, ranging from mundane to extraordinary. One possibility is that these are advanced military or government drones undergoing secret testing. New Jersey's proximity to several military bases and research facilities lends credence to this theory. The drone's silent operation, stability, and sophisticated design could point to experimental aircraft intended for reconnaissance or surveillance. However, the lack of official acknowledgement and the anomalous effects reported, such as the time distortion experienced by the Morris County family, complicate this explanation. Another theory is that the drones could be privately operated, either as part of an elaborate hoax or for purposes unknown. Commercial drones, while increasingly capable, lack the size and advanced features described by witnesses. Furthermore, operating such large drones in restricted airspace without attracting legal scrutiny would be difficult, casting doubt on the feasibility of this scenario. For some, the most intriguing possibility is that these drones are extraterrestrial in origin. The triangular shape and silent operation are consistent with numerous UFO reports involving unidentified flying craft. While this theory is speculative, it aligns with the time distortion and other anomalous effects reported during sightings. If these drones are not human-made, their presence could represent an attempt to study human activity or technology.
Great point. Great point. We don't want to feel like we're in this bubble and we're this big science experiment and they looking at us like a hamster on a wheel and they writing on their little pad. No, bro. No. I am not nobody's science experiment. Do not be studying me, fam. That's a great point. I didn't think about that.
Distortion experienced by the Morris County family is one of the most perplexing aspects of the phenomenon. Anomalous effects on electronics, such as interference with clocks, radios, and other devices, are relatively rare but have been reported in certain UFO encounters. In this case, the car's clock changing time only while the craft hovered above them raises questions about the technology involved. One possible explanation is that the drones emit electromagnetic fields or other energy forms that interact with electronic systems. High-intensity
i.e. other drones. Like I was saying before, when other people try to send their drones up there to see what's going on, it causes them to power down. Exactly. See what I'm saying?
Magnetic fields can disrupt or alter the function of sensitive devices, potentially accounting for the clock's behavior. If this is the case, it suggests that the drones are equipped with powerful and unconventional technology. Alternatively, the time distortion could indicate an effect beyond current scientific understanding, possibly involving the manipulation of spacetime itself. While this idea ventures into speculative territory, it cannot be entirely dismissed given the unexplained nature of the craft. The wave of drone sightings has sparked significant public interest and concern. Social media platforms are flooded with photos, videos, and personal accounts of encounters, fueling debates about the object's origin and purpose. Local authorities and aviation experts have offered little explanation, further stoking speculation and frustration. Many residents have called for a thorough investigation, urging both state and federal authorities to identify and address the mystery. If these drones are part of a classified program, transparency could alleviate public anxiety. On the other hand, if their origin is unknown, the sightings warrant scientific inquiry to determine the potential risks and implications. The mysterious drones over New Jersey represent a broader phenomenon of unidentified aerial phenomena that challenge conventional understanding. Whether these craft are advanced human technology, extraterrestrial probes, or something entirely different, their presence raises important questions about security, technology, and the nature of reality itself. Why are these drones appearing now, and what is their purpose? Are they harmless reconnaissance tools, or do they pose a risk to public safety, and what explains the time distortion and other anomalies reported by witnesses. As reports of the car-sized drones over New Jersey continue to flood in, people are left grappling with more questions than answers. A key detail in many eyewitness accounts is the presence of lights on the craft, which are often associated with airplanes or other conventional aerial vehicles. These lights, typically red, green and white, are arranged in patterns resembling standard aviation markers. However, the drone's movements don't mimic those of planes, helicopters, or even known drones. Instead, witnesses describe erratic hovering, sharp turns, and sudden accelerations that defy conventional flight dynamics. The apparent inconsistency has sparked widespread confusion. If these objects were standard aircraft, their behavior would align with Federal Aviation Administration regulations governing flight patterns and navigation lights, but their unpredictable maneuvers and total lack of noise suggest technology far more advanced than anything publicly known. Online forums, social media platforms, and UFO-focused communities have become hotbeds of speculation about the origin and purpose of these mysterious drones. Hashtags are trending, with users sharing photos, videos, and theories about the sightings. Some believe the lights are intentionally designed to resemble those on airplanes, a possible attempt to camouflage the drones or distract from their true purpose. This theory has led many to question whether the drones are part of a covert operation or an attempt to cover up another story entirely. The scale of public interest has reached staggering levels, with hundreds of thousands of people engaging in discussions about the sightings. As more accounts emerge, a common theme is the frustration and bewilderment over the lack of official acknowledgement or explanation. The silence from authorities has only fueled speculation, with some suggesting that the drones could be linked to secret military programs, experimental surveillance technology, or even extraterrestrial activity. The idea of a cover-up has gained traction as the sightings continue with no satisfactory explanation. Online researchers have pointed to the drones' advanced features, such as their silent operation and unconventional flight patterns, as evidence that they might be part of a classified government program. New Jersey's proximity to several military installations and research facilities has been cited as a possible clue, suggesting that the state could be hosting tests for next-generation aircraft or surveillance systems. Others, however, are less convinced by the terrestrial explanations. The time distortion reported by the Morris County family, along with the sheer size and capability of the drones, has led some to propose that these objects are not of human origin. Proponents of this theory argue that the lights may not be an attempt to mimic conventional aircraft, but rather a feature of the drone's unknown design or purpose.
Now, I think some of them do mimic, the lights do mimic some of our aircraft. Like, some of those look like actual planes with aviation lights at the bottom of them. So I think they're doing a good job of confusing everyone, because you don't know whether it's drone, UAP, or our aircraft. And we're sitting there looking at it and we're like, that looks like a plane. And if that's what they want and that's what we're seeing, they're doing their job. And they could be listening to what our responses are, our complaints are, our frustrations are, to then go back and say, okay, this was a success. Like, this could all be a test. We don't know. But I don't like being tested.
Adding to the intrigue, some theorists suggest that the attention surrounding the drones may be a distraction from a larger story. In this view, the drones are either part of an elaborate ruse to divert public interest, or a phenomenon that coincidentally overlaps with undisclosed events or activities elsewhere. The combination of mystery, technological intrigue, and potential government secrecy has turned the New Jersey drones into a national sensation. People are demanding answers from both local authorities and federal agencies, but so far, officials have been either silent or dismissive. This lack of transparency has only deepened public mistrust and fed into the narrative of a cover-up. Meanwhile, skeptics argue that the drones could have benign explanations, such as privately operated craft used for commercial or recreational purposes. Yet even skeptics acknowledge that the size, flight patterns, and noiseless operation of the drones set them apart from typical civilian technology. As reports and theories continue to circulate, the New Jersey drones highlight humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown and the limits of our current understanding of aerial technology. The New Jersey sightings are not an isolated phenomenon. Reports of similar triangular or car-sized drones have emerged from other parts of the United States and around the world.